Hi, I'm Gianna. I donated a kidney to a stranger about 6 months ago. I don't know much about the person I donated to since they were a stranger, but I know that the person is 38 years old and lives in California. I didn't think much about kidney disease until I saw someone on the news asking for a kidney transplant. The person was on dialysis, and hearing their experience with being on dialysis and how it kind of strips a person of their freedom, it was extremely hard to hear and hard to think of someone going through that. When I learned what kidney failure would mean for my recipient, I felt like helping them by donating a kidney to them would be a really tangible way to impact their life and change their life. And hearing about their experience on dialysis, I knew that this was a way to give them freedom and longevity to their life. I ultimately decided to donate a kidney because I felt like it was the right thing to do. I felt like I have two kidneys for a reason, and if I don't need the both of them, why not give it to someone else? And I knew that it was really a remarkable way to change someone's life and benefit someone for no other reason than to give to someone else. And I think that random act of kindness is what keeps the world going positively. So that's why I donated my kidney. So my family was worried about what would happen if I ever needed a kidney down the line, or if, God forbid, they ever needed a kidney transplant down the line. And I helped them understand that when donating through the National Kidney Registry, I am bumped to the top of the donor list, and I can receive a living donor kidney if I ever need a kidney down the line. And so there's a voucher program. So one of my family members is eligible for a living donor kidney sometime down the line if they ever needed one. And that made them feel a lot better about the decision I was making, and to know that they were protected and I was protected as well. The process was scary for me when it was time to actually go into surgery. It was tough to go through some of the testing just because I had never really had any experience with different types of medical tests before, but they were easy things to do. Sometimes it was just a matter of the build up to the different types of tests. But the scariest part was the actual surgery and the build up to it. But I knew I wanted to do it. I knew it was the right thing to do, and that's what really helped get me through it. And deep breaths and meditating. As I was being rolled into the operating room, I thought about my recipient and how this 4 hour long surgery was going to add years and years to their life. And it felt like a very small time frame to have to be scared of to affect someone's entire rest of their life. And I felt scared. I remember I said, I'm going to cry because I was scared. But, those feelings went away, and I was out before I knew it. So don't really remember much. The best moment after my surgery was waking up and knowing that I was okay, I was alive. And the next 2 days, my recovery was very quick and very easy. I know, not everyone has the same experience, but I had a great recovery. And it was pretty hard waiting the day and a half to hear how my recipient's surgery went, just because my kidney flew from New Jersey to California. So it hopped on the flight to LAX and had to wait to see how the surgery went. So that was pretty tough. But after finding out that the surgery went really, really well, it was such a relief and a really powerful and amazing moment. My recovery was really quick. I would say I left the hospital actually a day early because I felt fine and I was like, get me out of here. I want to go home. I couldn't have visitors because of COVID, so I really wanted to go home and just enjoy my family and in that time frame of healing. But I was back at work within a week. I felt completely, totally fine. My level of pain was probably like a four, not even maybe a two to a four. I wasn't really on pain meds. I felt fine. I just took Tylenol and I was back to my normal self within 5 days. What I learned about myself through my kidney donation process is that I am much stronger than I thought. Some of the things that I had to go through, like testing and the fear of surgery, they were things that I really, looking back, I never thought that I would actually be able to do or follow through, kind of like mental blocks of fear. And just knowing that I am capable of doing the things that scare me, especially when I know that there's so much good to come out of it, and it was so fulfilling. And I was really impressed with my ability to get it done and not let the fear take over what I wanted to do. And something I learned about others is that people really do care about strangers. Even some of the things that I had heard from other people reaching out to me after my story was on the news, just sweet, kind messages wishing me well. I just didn't think that anyone would really be interested or care that much. But to hear from other people that hearing their story impacted them or that it touched them, it was so wonderful. And it to this day, it still affects me thinking about some of the messages I received and how sweet and kind people were. After donating my kidney, my health has not changed at all. I do pretty much everything the same. Have a little scar, but other than that, nothing is different. But I feel very fulfilled. I feel like I carried out my life's purpose, one of them. I feel like I have made my family proud. I feel like I did the right thing. And I feel like there's a lot of power in knowing that there is someone out there in this world that gets to live longer and better because of something I did. And there's nothing better. It's just indescribable, the feeling to know that you can truly impact someone's life like that. So emotionally, I feel better and I feel like it was the best decision I ever made. I'm only 24, but I think it will continue to be the best decision I ever made in my entire life. Looking back, the best part about donating my kidney was receiving a letter from my recipient. So my recipient's identity is anonymous, so I won't go too much into detail, but the person was extremely grateful and thankful. And to know that they have more time with their children, to know that they have more time with their significant other, is really the best gift. The recipient said it was a gift. They kept thanking me for the gift that I gave to them, but I feel like it truly was a gift to me to have the opportunity to even do this and the privilege to do this and give it to someone who deserved it and was so thankful and grateful. And even if I didn't receive a letter from them or hear from them, I wouldn't have cared. I'm just happy I did it regardless and happy, someone gets to live longer. But to hear from them and hear how grateful they were, it was very touching. The best advice I could give someone else who is thinking about being a living donor is to do your research, look into how the process works, what it entails, and talk with your family to see, if this is the decision you want to make. And I think you should make it and do it. But, obviously it's personal preference. So if you're considering it, definitely do your research and make an educated decision. And if you decide to do it, I don't think you'll regret it, um, but it's a big decision. So you want to make sure you're making it for the right reasons and making an educated decision with your family and friends, whatever you prefer.